Hey guys, it's SharpZ and welcome to the first episode of Evangelion Month. Where today we are going to be talking about Evangelion episodes 1 through 6. Because we don't talk about 7. 7's not that good. Hit the intro. Okay, time to summarize these quickly so we can actually get into analyzing things. Episode 1, Gendo tells Shinji to get in the robot. Shinji gets in the robot and fights a giant alien. Episode 2, Shinji moves into Masato's apartment and kind of acclimates to life. Episode 3, Shinji is found out to have some issues mentally. Oh no. Episode 4, Shinji gets some help. Episode 5. And in it off, episode 6, where they finally defeat the giant floating cube. Let's talk about something first. Now that we have the episode summarized, I want to start by talking about, well, what are angels? Now, to look at what angels are, let's look at something you might not expect, and that is their names. So if you look on the screen right here, you should see them. Can we make it not Comic Sans next time? But anyway, yeah, if you look at the names, you might notice one thing. There's a set of letters that appears at the end of both names, and that is this set right. Guys, I told you not Comic Sans. Why do you do this to me? The suffix I-E-L is used in Judaism as a sign of divinity. For more applicable examples, Galadriel from Lord of the Rings and Gabriel from the Bible. I mean, if you really think about it, even the name Evangelion is itself, well, the show's entire name, Neon Genesis Evangelion, a new retelling of the Gospel of Genesis. Granted, if you watch my video on Hideki Anno, you may be a little curious, someone who's a postmodernist, why are they including religious aspects in the show? Well, notice that there's also science in the show. Science versus religion is one of the key themes of Neon Genesis Evangelion. And I think these first 7 episodes are where we're introduced to a decent amount of that. While we're talking about it, let's also talk about something else that's not religious that has to do with Eva, and that is Sigmund Freud. Granted, the main concept explored in these episodes is the hedgehog's dilemma. Let me go ahead and just explain it. A whole bunch of hedgehogs are stuck in the cold. If they try to huddle together for warmth, they will prick each other. If they try to stay away from each other so they don't get pricked, they will freeze to death. Now granted, Sigmund Freud applied this concept to human beings. And we can clearly see this in the first couple episodes of Eva. I mean, look at episode 4's title, The Hedgehog's Dilemma. Need I say any more? Shinji can't really open himself up to other people, because when he does, he gets hurt. I mean, just look at what happened with his father, need I mention? Oh yeah, Rei, don't think I forgot about you. Honestly, you have just as many, if not more, problems than Shinji does. Granted, Rei acts as a foil to Shinji. While Shinji is very, I don't know how to put it, distrusting of his father, Rei is very, very much the opposite. I mean, first off, the obvious example. Pull. I love that shot way too much. I think that's the 3rd time it's been in this video. That aside, though, look at the scene when Shinji and Gendo first meet. Hit it.
Shinji, you must pilot the robot.
No, I am afraid.
Shinji, you...
Bleep.
Shinji, you better pilot it, or I won't love you anymore.
Father, you never loved me.
If he can't do it,
Rei must do it.
Yes, let her do it.
Thank you to Jerry Freeman for that. That's not the actual scene, I think you know that, but I'll take what I can get without being copyrighted. So, pretty much the basic gist of this is that Shinji really does not like Gendo. However, think about it this way. And there's questions I'm going to ask you as an audience that I'm not going to answer within that episode, that I might go and answer later. Because a lot of Eva, since it was made by someone who believes there is no absolute truth, was made with a lot of stuff not being objective absolutes. So a lot of it's very subjective in how you interpret it. So right now, I have one question for you. If Shinji really does not like Gendo, because, I mean, think about it. After this, he kind of does everything to avoid the guy. Why would he still say yes to coming in? And granted, he knew it was Gendo, because he says "my father" multiple times. So just food for thought. Granted, first off, I know this is a whole lot of content to process at once. So before we move on, I want to kind of summarize what we have come to the realization of so far before we put it all together. The angels are a representation of religion. Freud explains the behavior of Rei Ayanami and Shinji Ikari through Hedgehog's Dilemma. And this can be seen in Shinji's interactions with Masato, with Gendo, and especially with his classmates. I mean, more so Toji than... I think he only had one meaningful interaction with obligatory Glasses-kun. There's one in every episode. No, honestly, like in every show I watch, there's an obligatory guy with glasses. I'm not even making that joke. But, putting us all together, what do we know so far? Shinji is not fitting a certain archetype that you may be familiar with. An archetype of a hero. That's right, Shinji is not the main protagonist of a hero story. Let's explain that. First, let's think about what makes a superhero or your stereotypical hero. I mean, what are a few adjectives? Heroes are often what we aspire to be. I mean, think about it. Brave, honorable, just, crazy powerful. Now, let's look at Shinji. And by comparison, he's pretty, Now, I know what you're thinking. What does this all mean? Characters aren't happy in this show during the first arc. Granted, this is, in my opinion, one of the slower parts of the show, so it should pick up. I promise. It picks up once you hit episode 8. Because episodes 8, 9, and onward are going to take you on a wild ride. And you're going to like it. Until next time, guys, this is SharpZ signing off. Wait, actually, you know what? I want you guys' input on this. So, if you don't like what I'm doing, feel free to comment down in the comment section down below. Honestly, if you're feeling it, we're also almost at 100 subs. We keep pushing to get there. Hit the subscribe button. Just hit it. Liking and subscribing, I know every YouTuber says it, but hey, it's of a big help. And maybe follow me on Twitter, Instagram, you know, the usual, at SharpZ Studios. Until next time, guys, this is SharpZ signing up.